We are watching live video from Bermuda. This is Dave Jones, meteorologist with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. This is Nonsuch Island. We're looking live out towards the ocean. Nonsuch Island is on the eastern part of the island, but looking south it's in St. George's Parish, just south of the airport, south of Cooper's Island Nature Reserve. Winds are 100 miles per hour with gusts to 120 miles per hour. Seas are building quickly here in this video. We're not sure how long this camera is going to last, but we'll stream it for a little while. The satellite imagery that we're seeing in the upper right-hand corner is 1 minute mesoscale imagery. It's the mesosector from the GOES satellite, the NOAA GOES East satellite that's orbiting about 22,300 miles up in space. It's taking an image every 1 minute. Every 1 minute. We can zoom in on this imagery. You can see Bermuda is right here where my cursor is. This is Bermuda. Can zoom in just a little bit more so you can see the island of Bermuda and the eye of Hurricane Ernesto. Winds are at 100 miles per hour, and you can see the heavy thunderstorms. This is the eye wall wrapping around the storm. There's a little bit of dry air in the southwest corner of the eye, but there's a lot of powerful winds extending out from the center of this storm. And it is moving almost directly towards Bermuda. This video is live video from Nonsuch Beach, Nonsuch Island, which is on the eastern tip of Bermuda, looking to the south. And it is basically looking directly into the direction where the Hurricane Ernesto is coming from. So we'll see this water get much rougher. It's been getting progressively rough during the day, and waves are already, look at that, coming over the cliff onto the grass. We'll keep the stream going for a little while, and the satellite imagery here is updating every 1 minute from the NOAA GOES satellite, orbiting 22,300 miles above the Earth. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate, streaming this live, actually as a test, but we'll keep it going a little bit longer. Thanks for watching. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We're doing a test here, live streaming video from Nonsuch Island on the eastern tip of Bermuda. It is located looking south, basically to the right of your screen there is directly into the path of Ernesto. Ernesto has 100-mile-per-hour winds, a Category 2 hurricane, kicking up huge seas, and it's been picking up steadily here in this video. We're not sure how long this camera is going to last as the hurricane gets closer, but the storm is still a distance. They are not into hurricane force winds as of yet, but you can see in the inset video on the right-hand side, here is the eye spinning, and there are tremendous thunderstorms in the northeast quadrant of the storm radiating out, many of them heading directly towards the island of Bermuda, and it looks like that's where the eye is headed as well. It looks like parts of Bermuda, if not the entire island, will be engulfed in the eye of the storm as it gets closer. We'll keep this stream going for a little while longer. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to change around some of the satellite channels here with the satellite imagery. This is currently the GeoColor image, but I'm going to change it over to the sandwich product, see what that looks like with the convection, and see how that looks in the mesoscale sector. It may not show up. It looks like it's not showing up. I'll put on the enhanced satellite channel. There we go. You can see the eye. It's not a complete closed eye in the infrared here, but you can see these strong storms from the cold temperatures indicating very high thunderstorms. This is 1 minute imagery, an imagery every 1 minute from the NOAA GOES East satellite. This is orbiting at 22,300 miles above the Earth in a geosynchronous orbit. And this is a mesoscale sector, mesoscale 1, imagery updating every 1 minute. Going back to the GeoColor, which is a what it should look like basically from space. I'll zoom out here just a little bit so you can see more of the storm. It's pretty impressive. And I'm just trying to keep Bermuda in the view here. Here is Bermuda right here. As the storm is moving closer and closer, these waves are getting bigger and bigger in this live stream. And we do have dangerous riptides and large waves that will be arriving on the east coast of the United States, on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, also the beaches of Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Long Island, all the way up to Maine. This storm is kicking up very large swells Very dangerous rip currents from Florida all the way up to Maine. If you're headed to the beach, be very, very careful. Heed the warnings of the lifeguards. You can see how the waves are becoming even more agitated as the storm gets closer, but winds in Ernesto are 100 miles per hour with higher wind gusts. And we'll keep this stream going for a little bit longer. Not sure how long this webcam is going to last. What we're watching here is a live webcam from Nonsuch Beach, Nonsuch Island, off the eastern tip of Bermuda. And it's basically to the right-hand side of the screen, looking directly where Hurricane Ernesto is coming from. It's coming from the south towards the north, kicking up these waves. And the waves are getting larger and larger as the day goes on. Winds in Hurricane Ernesto are at 100 miles per hour with higher gusts. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We're doing a test here of live streams and combining it with satellite imagery to see how it works. Thanks so much for watching. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. You're watching a test live stream from a camera in Nonsuch Island in Bermuda, looking to the south as Hurricane Ernesto approaches from the south. Winds in Hurricane Ernesto are 100 miles per hour. Hurricane Hunter aircraft did not detect any higher winds, but wind gusts are indeed higher. The ocean will be getting in a much more disturbed state. It's gotten very rough over the last 6 to 8 hours during the day today. And we're going to be continuing to monitor this situation and streaming for just a little bit longer. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any comments in the chat, please place them in there so we can see any chat that you put in there. Thank you so much. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We're testing a live stream of a camera located on Nonsuch Island in Bermuda. It is facing south, and that is where Hurricane Ernesto is moving up from the south. Winds of 100 miles per hour. Waves are very, very large, and this camera has been detecting much more agitated state as the storm gets closer. This test stream is being done so we can test live updates during any storms that impact the United States, so we can assist the movement of fleet utility vehicles across the country to keep line workers safe, to keep their staging areas safe, and to keep them updated on any severe weather that may be headed their way. We'll be putting on here in just a minute GeoCollaborate just to show the track of the storm. Thanks so much for watching. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We're doing a temporary test of a live stream from a camera on Nonsuch Island on the eastern tip of Bermuda. This camera is looking towards the south, towards the east-southeast. Ernesto is approaching from the south, winds of 100 miles per hour, and it does look like there is some dry air that is wrapped in and around Ernesto, so it doesn't have a completely mature eye wall. However, it does look like Ernesto will directly impact the island of Bermuda. Heavy rains, intense rains will cause localized flash flooding, and winds will approach 100 miles per hour with higher gusts. We'll keep monitoring this for the next several minutes. We appreciate those of you who have been watching, and we're just testing these links out in case we need to go live for storms that impact the United States here during the rest of the hurricane season. And this is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We're performing a live streaming test. This is live video coming from Bermuda. It's coming from Nonsuch Island on the eastern tip of Bermuda, looking south. Hurricane Ernesto is approaching from the south with winds of 100 miles per hour. It looks like some dry air is entraining into the south part of the storm, and the eye is rather ragged. However, that will not minimize impacts on the island of Bermuda, with winds expected to approach 100 miles per hour with higher gusts and intense rainfall. And that intense rainfall will produce flash flooding throughout the entire island. It does look like on its current trajectory, Hurricane Ernesto will have a direct impact on the island of Bermuda. And as you can see in this video, waves have been increasing in size, some of them splashing all the way up and above the grass on the lower left-hand part of the video. This is a fairly large cliff where waves usually do not splash up to the top of that area. This is a temporary test for the Sensitive Information Sharing Environment, the All Hazards Consortium Fleet Response Working Group, so we can assist the movement of fleet utility vehicles and others across the country to help private sector liaisons in states communicate with private sector during times of disaster and response during storms. We're doing this test in case we need to go live during any potential storms that may be impacting the United States during this hurricane season. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. I do want to emphasize that waves that are emanating from Hurricane Ernesto that is approaching Bermuda will impact the east coast of the United States starting today. Strong rip currents will be evident from Florida up to Maine as these waves reach the shore. Please heed the warnings of lifeguards and do not get into the ocean if it looks rough. If you see any rip currents, these rip currents can pull you out and tire swimmers. Even the best of swimmers can't swim in against rip currents. If you encounter a rip current, you should swim parallel to the shoreline until you're out of that rip current and then swim into shore. Hurricane Ernesto is generating huge waves that are emanating out and will be approaching the east coast of the United States today, including beaches on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Long Island, all the way up to Maine. And those in Florida, those waves are reaching the shoreline of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Please exercise caution if you plan on going to the beach this weekend. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We are doing a test live stream of a webcam in eastern Bermuda, looking from Nonsuch Island, which is just south of the airport. This is showing waves that are increasing in intensity and much more vigorous than they were this morning as Hurricane Ernesto approaches. The video inset in the upper right-hand corner of your screen shows the GOES satellite imagery from NOAA. This is visible satellite imagery. It's going to be getting dark soon, but we are watching the center of the storm get closer to the island of Bermuda. Looks like significant impacts will occur on the island. Winds of 100 miles per hour continue in Hurricane Ernesto with higher gusts at times, and intense rainfall will be falling in Bermuda for the next 8 to 10 hours. This live stream is a temporary live stream. We're testing it for use within the sensitive information sharing environment for the All Hazards Consortium so we can support the movement of fleet utility vehicles across state lines, provide situational awareness, and also utilize GeoCollaborate to give people a geospatial awareness for what's going on. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. I'm going to be changing some of the satellite channels that we're looking at. What we're looking at right now is the visible satellite channel from the NOAA GOES satellite. It's a geostationary satellite over the same spot on the Earth as the Earth rotates, so we can get numerous images over the same location. This is actually the full disk image. Zooming out a little bit here so you can see what we're looking at. And over on the far right-hand side of your screen, you can see nighttime approaching. This is called the terminator line. It is where the shadow, where the sun sets and nighttime begins. So I'm going to reload this here to get the latest imagery in. And as that terminator line approaches Bermuda, then we will see switch over to infrared imagery. And you can see that terminator line approaching there right now. But we can switch over to a enhanced satellite image. I'm going to switch over to the band 13, which is a 10.3 micron clean infrared long wave window. So that allows us to see where the major convection is in the hurricane, and also high thin cirrus clouds that are streaming off of the storm as well. I can get a little bit closer here so you can see the island of Bermuda. And the center of the storm is heading directly towards the island. And this is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We are doing a test live stream of a webcam on the eastern edge of Bermuda. This is on Nonsuch Island on the eastern tip of Bermuda. This camera is looking towards the southeast, and Hurricane Ernesto is approaching from the south. The satellite imagery that you see embedded in the upper right-hand corner is from the NOAA GOES satellite. It's a geostationary satellite orbiting about 22,300 miles up, and it stays over the same spot on the Earth so we can get consecutive imagery as the Earth rotates. This particular image is coming in every 10 minutes, but I can switch over to the mesoscale sector. That is a very close sector on the hurricane, and that is also updating every 1 minute. So this is imagery every 1 minute as Ernesto approaches Bermuda. What you might notice around the eye of Ernesto is that it is collapsing somewhat and filling in. There is a central dense overcast over the eye, meaning that the wind flow is not optimal for strengthening, which is great news as this storm approaches Bermuda. However, winds are 100 miles per hour, and extensive flash flooding is expected on the island of Bermuda, and winds could gust over 100 miles per hour as the eye wall makes its way to the north. You can see those red storms that are blossoming to the north and northwest of the eye. They are strong thunderstorms, and we can only hope that they dissipate before Ernesto reaches the island of Bermuda. This live stream is being done as a test in case we need to go live when any storms threaten the United States for the All Hazards Consortium, the Sensitive Information Sharing Environment Fleet Response Working Group, so we can assist the movement of fleet utility vehicles across state borders and help state emergency operations centers, state and private sector liaisons coordinate with private sector owner-operators such as transportation, food, fuel, medical supplies, communications sectors. This is Dave Jones. We are live from Storm Center Studio, and we are broadcasting this as a test to do live streaming across YouTube of weather updates as they pertain to specific needs of the private sector. This is a reminder that waves that are emanating from Hurricane Ernesto are reaching the east coast of the United States. They have been reaching the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Numerous rip currents are being reported in Bethany Beach, Delaware. Numerous rescues have happened. The rip currents will persist throughout the weekend. Waves will be large, 6 to 8 feet at times along Ocean City, Maryland, the Outer Banks of North Carolina, Virginia Beach, Delaware beaches, New Jersey, up towards Long Island, and even up to Maine, all the way down to Florida as well, as these waves reach the United States from this Category 2 hurricane. Hurricane Ernesto has winds of 100 miles per hour, and intense rainfall is headed for Bermuda. A state of emergency has been issued, and they're asking people to stay indoors through the duration of this storm. This is a test live stream of GeoCollaborate, NOAA GOES satellite imagery, and also live webcams so we can support the movement of fleet utility vehicles when storms threaten the continental United States. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We're doing a test of live stream here on YouTube with a webcam on the eastern edge of Bermuda. It is in Nonsuch Island. It is looking towards the south east, and these waves are being generated by the approach of Hurricane Ernesto. It is raining, and it has been raining steadily on the island of Bermuda. You can see the inset there of GOES satellite imagery. This is the enhanced satellite image, so you can see that orange and red area that's blossoming just northeast of the eye. They are strong thunderstorms that are developing with very strong wind gusts and heavy rain. I can switch over to GeoCollaborate and show you where this storm is heading. You can see the probability of tropical storm force winds. That is what's displayed here by the National Hurricane Center. They put this together every time there is a storm, and I'm zooming in on the storm itself. You can see I'm going to take away that forecast wind, and I'm going to just show you how wide the wind field is. So I take that away, and then I want to turn on the track forecast. You can see the track there, and any wind here. Looks like I'll have to add that one. I may not have this added. Yeah, looks like I don't. I can turn back on the forecast from the Hurricane Center, and you can see this is the wind field. This area is the wind field from Ernesto. So tropical storm force winds are just starting to reach the island of Bermuda. Okay, this will conclude this live stream test of Hurricane Ernesto, showing the webcam on Nonsuch Island in Bermuda, looking to the south. Hurricane Ernesto's tropical storm force winds are now starting to impact Bermuda. We'll be monitoring this as time goes on, but this was just a test live stream. Thanks so much for everybody that was watching. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. This ends the test.